Hi, Precious Osikha here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for watching my videos on this channel. And if you are new to my channel, I want to say a very big welcome to you. And please do not forget to subscribe and, of course, drop a comment for me on my videos, okay? Now, in this episode of the story series, I am going to be talking about the common mistakes writers make when writing using a picture prompt. Now, if you have watched my previous video, I spoke about what a picture prompt is all about. And you know, in the story series, there are participants who submit their entries, and we get to look at these entries to see if it suits into the theme or prompt that was given to them. Now, in today's episode, we are going to be looking at Team Atta. Okay, so in the last episode, we looked at Team Adichie. Okay, so in Team Atta, they were actually told to use a photograph, all right, that is on your screen. That particular book cover design, the photo there, the drawing or the illustration is what they were asked to write about. A 50-word count is the same with Team Adichie. So we are going to see what Team Atta actually did for us in this regard. Now, before I go further to showcase these stories, I will need to point out a few things when it comes to using picture prompts to write. So there's some mistakes I see writers make, and I just want to point them out before I drop my opinions about these entries that were sent by the writers. Now, I know you'll be wondering, what is the story series all about? Please do not forget, I have made a lot of videos in regards to this. Just go to the story series playlist and, of course, watch the videos from the top to see what we are doing here. The program is just, we come in as a community together to write, to develop and grow our writing skills. And of course, I will be dropping my opinions from time to time, depending on the entries that have been sent to me. Okay. Now let's get started with the area of focus. And so the very first warning on my list is do not look at the surface, but go deeper. So one mistake I see writers do is that when they are writing, okay, using a picture prompt, they just look at the surface of the picture. They don't go into details. They don't go deeper to see the other things that are happening in that picture. So let me give you an instance. If you look at the one on your screen right now, you would see a man and a woman right together, okay? And of course, there's a man with an apple above him. And if you even look at the surrounding, you would see that this is some kind of a bushy area. It's not a clear place, okay? So these are things you must take, okay, into details. Now look at the colors, look at the vocal points, look at everything surrounding the both of them. Look at what they are wearing, look at the colors of what they are wearing, look at their expressions. These things are very important. So before you go ahead to use a picture prompt to write, look at it deeper than you can imagine. Do not just look at the surface. And number two is to make it a story, and do not focus too much on some parts of a story. Make it a full story. So you might be wondering, okay, I'm using a picture prompt, so should I just write out what I see? Not really so. You need to make it a story. Okay, you need to bring life into it. What you've seen there, you need to put life into it. You need to let us know what's happening. Okay, you need to let us know what's happening there. And that is why you must make it a full story. And if you do not understand the elements of a story, you might face some challenges. And the good thing is, I made a video in that regards discussing about the elements of a story. So you can watch the video. All you need to do is go to the creative writing playlist, or you can check the description of this particular video to click on the link, or you can just look up at your screen. You would see the link there. Okay, now when you understand the elements of a story, you will not face too much difficulty. You will know that in that particular story, even though it's a picture, you will need to create characters, you will need to create a setting, you will need to create use a POV, you will need to have a theme, a central message, or a central idea, right? understand those things, and trust me, it will be easy for you. And the next one is you need to make research. Now, some writers just feel that, oh, it's a picture prompt, so whatever I see, let me write about it. Not all the time. Okay, not all the time. Let me give you an example. If you were given a picture, for instance, okay, let's say the picture is carrying a ship. So let's use an example of a ship, and you want to write a story, inspired by that picture or with whatever you see on the picture. It's also good to make research. Now, you can make research like what goes on the ship. What are those things you can see in a ship? Because in that particular picture, it's possible you were not shown what is inside. You were just shown the outer part of the ship. So you need to make research on what's happening there or what can actually happen in the ship. Okay? So these things, when you make research, trust me, ideas are going to come up. And that is why some writers, they feel like, oh, even when you give them the picture to write a story out of it, they will still tell you, I'm facing writer's block. I don't know how to write. It's not coming. It is because you did not make any research. You are just looking at the picture and you feel that ideas are not coming. When you make research, ideas are going to come. Now, apart from ideas, you look at backgrounds, colors, understand how the psychology of these things work. It also helps and builds you when it even comes to your vocabulary. Now, add some spice. Don't be too usual. Okay, one of the reasons I actually gave out this picture prompt to these writers who are in this team is because I wanted to see their creativity. I wanted to see what they can do more than just writing. I wanted to see how well they can spice up their work. So the fact that you have a man and a woman together doesn't mean you will just give us what you see there, okay? But you can spice up the story. You can make it more interesting, all right? You can even put things that we never thought or imagined it to be there. As long as everything tallies, you are good to go. And then finally, you need to edit. Editing is the big job. Like, this is very important. You might write a very good story, but once your editing is poor, it's a problem. Okay, you need to edit well. You need to know what to trim down and what not to trim down. And also look at something very important depending on the kind of word count you were asked to give. Now, in our case, they were giving a 50-word count. Okay, now in your case, you might decide to write longer stories. You're fine, you're good to go. But if you are asked to write something using a picture and you were given a specific word count, it is also good to watch out for your word count. And the good thing is, I made a video in that regards on the best apps for writers. These apps are going to help you in productivity. It will also help you to, check out some errors. It will help you to monitor your word count. Now it's time for me to showcase the stories. The very first story here is written by Victoria, Apple of Love. All right, thank you for your submission. It's short. You try to stay within your word count. I want you to watch out for your spellings. It's very important that you look out for spellings. I've been saying it over and over again. Editing is very important when it comes to writing. Okay, you can have a very good story, and if the editing is not too good, we might not really enjoy it. Okay, we might not see the beauty of that story. So please watch out for, or rather look out for your editing aspect. Okay, the next story here is written by Maurice. Okay, I didn't quite connect with your story. The story for me didn't just connect somehow. I just got an issue with it. It wasn't really connecting to what we saw on the picture. Okay, so I think in this case, before you start writing, you should try to look at what that picture is telling you. Okay, create something similar to it. Okay, create something similar to it. Even if you want to think outside the box, you want to do something different, but it should still connect somehow. In this case, I couldn't really connect this. Okay, even the story itself, I couldn't even connect with it. All right, so I know that you are going to improve. Okay, just keep working on your craft. And next one here is written by Bukola. This is fair, but just take note of your editing aspect. Okay, and I don't know, but although you tried, but I just feel like it was more of these characters are kind of in their world or something. Okay, I didn't know what was happening for them to say, please give me a second chance and all. And you're like, I cannot be deceived again. I don't know. I wish maybe you wrote it in such a way that there was a twist somewhere. Maybe that would have been easier for me to connect with your story. So I couldn't connect with it. I couldn't connect with what was going on in the story, not even to the prompt right now. It's okay. It's close to the prompt, like the similarity anyway. But I'm talking about the story itself. I just couldn't connect with it. Something somewhere, something is missing somewhere. Okay. The next one is written by Miracle. All right. It's a fair try. Okay. But I know that you can improve. But I think what you were just trying to do is just to kind of tell us what's going on just in the image, the way he held her and all. But I know that you can tell a better story. Yes, in some of your previous submissions, that's a bit better than this. I know you can tell a better story. And also I noticed that managing 50 words to try to bring everything you want to say could also be a challenge. It's obvious it could be challenge. It was a challenge to you, but I know that with continuous practice you are going to improve. And that one is written by Jessica. So Jessica, this part where you said standing under the apple tree with Aliyah in my arms, barely whispered to the air, help. This part, I don't know, but I feel like I got disconnected somehow, because at the beginning you said she was the princess his men captured. So that's to say Prince Bali captured Aliyah, right? And now, and you also told us that he disliked women. I like what you did. You were trying to build your character there, but this particular one was unusual. So how did the aspect of help come in? I don't know, but I got disconnected. Everything was flowing for me until I got to the end. So I got a little confused about that. All right, the next one is written by Esther. Okay, it's not that bad. It's okay, but I just feel like you did more of, you were just kind of narrating it. Should I say you were telling? I think you were doing more of telling. Okay, so it was just a I don't know how I'm gonna put it. I'm trying not to sound too hard on you, but I feel like we're just narrating. Okay, I think this could have come out better. All right, because you've been doing better than this. Trust me. I don't know why it's like this, but this could have come out better than what you just sent. All right, and that one is written by Ogochukwu. Okay, so Ogochukwu, not that bad. Okay, not that bad. So I think in this case you were trying to talk about the characters, their emotions. That is Tunde and Yemi. Okay, I like that you were able to tell us what was happening at that point they were talking. I like that you gave us a little background of what's going on. Okay, it's okay. you try to play safe, which is okay. It's fine. Thank you. So this one is from Uju. Your story is fair. It's fair. But the aspect of he reached for a heart-shaped fruit hanging above his head, take care of my heart, responded, carefully placing it in her palm. I kind of smiled here though. You didn't want us to see it as apple fruit. You were trying to make us see something else, which is very okay. All right? It's very okay. Thank you. Okay, the next one is from Elizabeth. Now, you exceeded the word count, so I won't say much about the story. All right, the next one here is from Folakemi. Please edit well. When you edit well, it becomes easy for us to understand your story and flow with your story. And this one here is written by Angela. Okay, I just feel like the narrative here is not too good. I think you need to improve on the way you narrate your stories. Even if you're going to use a narrative style of writing, you should improve on the way you narrate your stories. The next one here is written by Choma. Okay, so it's all right. I liked the fact that you just try to play safe here. Yes, you try to play safe. You were giving us the smushy emotional part of the photo you saw, which is not bad at all. So you try to play safe. This is okay too. Thank you very much. All right, I am done dropping my opinions on this story submissions. Now I want to hear from you. What do you have to say about them? Okay, and please do well to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please you can watch this video over and over again, and you are free to invite your friends and family to come over to subscribe and watch the videos on this channel, because this is the best way you can actually support me. Yes, because I am not paid for this. It's not like I am making money from this. I'm actually even giving money out. Yes, the winner is going to win something very huge and big for me. So please, this is the best way you can support what I do for writers. Okay, now thank you very much.